folder demo, which we have to select and find out what are the different folders present in it, and it should only go into the folders and not consider these files. Go into the folders and then again find out what are the different files present in over here. So in order to achieve this, let's see how we can get this done. Let's go to the UiPath Studio. The first activity which we will need is the select folder. Let's drag over here. So this select folder enables the user to browse through the folder at the runtime and select a particular folder. The folder path will be stored in the output variable. Let's create one string variable as output and name it as selected folder. Then we have to find out what are the different directories present in this particular folder. So here there are two directories. It will not consider the files. Let me repeat, it will not consider the files, only the directories will be considered. So for that, let's use an assign activity. All the different directories will be stored in an array of strings. So let's create a variable folder array, and the data type for this would be an array of strings. So here array of string we have to specify and OK. Let's assign folder array, and the value will be directory dot get directories, and in bracket we have to specify the path, which is nothing but the selected folder. So the expression looks something like this: directory dot get directories and selected folder, which consists the path of the directory. Once we get all the folder names, then we have to iterate it through using a for each loop. So let's drag a for each loop, and then we have to iterate throughout the folder array. So let's specify folder array, and we have to iterate through each folder. So once this is done, then the next thing we have to do is we have to get the name of the folder. So we'll use another assign activity. Let's have this folder name variable, and then we have to store the folder name. We can get it using path dot get file name, and in bracket we have to give the path of the file or folder. So here in this case it will be present in this variable. So here we can write folder dot toString. So the expression looks something like this. There's some error. Let's check. The E has gone. So path.get file name, and then we have to pass on the path of the folder which is present in the folder, and dot toString will give the path of the folder whose name we want to fetch. Let's click OK. So once we get the folder name, the next thing is we have to find out all the files which are present in the folder. So to get that, we'll again use an assign activity and create a file array. This time let's create a file array, and again it will be a array of strings, and then we'll assign using directory dot get files, and we have to specify again the path, which is nothing but folder dot toString. So we will give the path of the one of the subfolder and ask to get all the names of the files, not the folder. Get the name of the files which are present in that particular folder or directory. So the expression looks something like this: directory.get files and the path of the folder. And the previous one, to get all the subfolders, we had written directory.get directories and the path of the folder. So we are clear up till now. The next thing which we have to do is iterate it through all the files. So for that, we'll rename this as file, and we have to iterate through the array, file array this time. Once we get each of the file, then we have to find out the name of the file. So for that, we'll again use an assign activity, create a file name variable, and get the name of the file using path.get file name, and then we have to pass the path of the file of which we want the name. So here in this case it will be file variable. So file dot toString. So this will give us the name of the files. Now to display all these messages, we can use a message box and then print all these details. So I have this expression. So to print all the details, I have this expression which I can show you. So it says folder name, and we have the folder name variable concatenated with vbcrlf. This is nothing but it will create a new line. So the formatting purpose, I've used this so that it will be written into a next line. And the file name, we have the file name over here. So now we have everything ready. So let's iterate and check out the results. Let's select the folder demo and click OK. So perfect, we got the first message box. So it first iterates and finds out that it has two subfolders named Jones and Lipika. So the first, it is now iterating through the first folder, and the first file which is present is James underscore form 2 PDF. Let's check the folder structure. And yes, the first one is this. Then let's click on OK. The next one is, yeah, new Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Then the next one is the Word document. Perfect. Then let's click OK. So now it has moved to the second folder. And then let's check out. First file is application.pdf. Perfect. And the second is application underscore new, which is also correct. And the third one is form user Lipika, which is also correct. And the execution has stopped as it has iterated through both the subfolders, and it will not point out any of the files. It will iterate through the subfolders and get in the subfolders and get all the file names. So this is how we can iterate through different folders or directories, and also through the various files present, and get the details for further use. Hope this video was helpful. Happy learning and thanks for watching. ଯା କଣ